In motorsport, there are two single-seater categories recognised by the FIA as World Championships, Formula 1 and Formula E. But what exactly are the differences between the two, and how quickly is Formula E catching F1? From Racing News 365, my name is Nick Golding, and this video will take a look into which areas each championship has the edge, and what the future holds for both. But before we get on with the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the Racing News 365 channel in our pursuit of 17,000 subscribers. Formula 1 and Formula E have an incredible number of differences, but at the same time share some similarities. The first difference is the age of both series, with F1 entering its 75th season, whilst FE has recently started its 11th. F1 remains firmly recognised as the pinnacle of motorsport, whilst FE is the pinnacle of electric motorsport. With both categories being single-seater world championships, comparisons are often made. FE is, of course, electric, meaning the amount of noise produced is significantly less than an F1 car. For some, that is a reason not to watch the category, although the lack of noise produced by an FE car does make it easier for anybody to go and watch it in person. Both categories feature some of the biggest manufacturers in the world, with F1 of course featuring the likes of Ferrari and Mercedes, whilst FE has the likes of Porsche and Jaguar. Both also feature track-to-road aspects, with both F1 and FE technology being found in some cars you can legally buy. Another feature the championships share is having exceptional driving talent. F1, of course, has the likes of Max Verstappen, Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton, whilst FE has several former F1 drivers like Stoffel Vandoorne, Pascal Wehrlein and Nick de Vries, as well as several others. For 2025, both also have exciting young talent, with F1 having 6 full-time rookies this year, whilst FE has 2 in the form of former Sauber reserve driver Zane Maloney, the boy from Barbados, and Taylor Barnard. Something else which is also similar about both championships is that they share a desire for ultimate performance. Which brings us on to the differences between the cars. The biggest difference is, of course, the powertrain. FE's is electric, whilst F1 uses a hybrid internal combustion engine. Unsurprisingly, this means an FE powertrain is significantly more reliable than an F1 engine. Another big difference is the tyres, with F1's being purpose-built for racing and each weather condition, whilst FE use a grooved all-weather tyre. It means F1 cars have greater grip, whilst an FE tyre works over varied weather conditions. An F1 car is also much more aerodynamic, although the current FE car, the brand new Gen 3 Evo, does feature all-wheel drive at select times. A big difference between Formula 1 and Formula E is FE's rapid improvement in technology. With its first car almost 11 years ago, the Gen 1, a car change was required mid-race in order to reach the finish. It had a top speed of just 140 miles per hour. However, its Gen 2, which was introduced 7 years ago and used for 4 seasons, could reach 174 miles an hour. Its current car, the brand new Gen 3 Evo, has made another step towards F1. On that note, some head-to-head statistics comparing the current F1 and FE cars. With a top speed of 230 miles per hour, F1 wins a point over FE, which has a top speed of 200. However, when it comes to acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour, it is FE which comes out on top and gains the point. A current F1 car does 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, whilst the Gen 3 Evo can do it in 1.82 seconds, making it the fastest accelerating FIA single-seater in history. FE also wins a point over F1 when it comes to efficiency. The Gen 3 Evo is the most sustainable single-seater ever, with a powertrain efficiency of over 95%. F1's is currently just over 50%. To level up the scoring at 2-2, an F1 car is more powerful, producing around 1,000 brake horsepower, compared to an FE car's 470. A key difference when it comes to the power comparison is that in FE, an immediate burst of electrical energy makes a lot capable for its car with minimal power. What is clear is that both cars have their own strengths, but ultimately it is lap time where eyes always dart to. FE's DNA and roots is street circuits. However, due to the speed of the current cars, it has started to race on purpose-built circuits. When it has, at the likes of the Shanghai International Circuit, the home of the Chinese Grand Prix, and the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, where it's actually racing this weekend, which is of course the home of the Mexico City Grand Prix, a shorter configuration has been used. The sole exception, which can, therefore, be used to compare lap times, is Monaco. Since 2021, FE has used the full Grand Prix layout of the Circuit de Monaco, the home of the Monaco Grand Prix and the Monaco E-Prix. On that note, let's look at the pole position times in Monaco from the last 4 years. In 2021, FE was in its third season of using its Gen 2 car. That year, Antonio Felix da Costa claimed pole position for DS Techeetah, setting a 1 minute 31.317. This was just under 21 seconds slower than Charles Leclerc's 1 minute 10.346, which secured the Monegasque pole. In 2022, the fourth and final year in which FE used its Gen 2 car, Mitch Evans secured pole position for Jaguar, setting a 1 minute 29.839. In F1, Leclerc again claimed pole for Ferrari, setting a 1 minute 11.376. The difference in lap time that year was 18 seconds, an improvement by FE. In 2023, the first season in which FE used the original Gen 3 car, Jake Hughes claimed pole for McLaren after setting a 1 minute 28.942. In F1, Max Verstappen secured pole, setting a 1 minute 11.365. The difference that year between the two categories dropped yet another second to 17 seconds. And finally, last year, FE's second with a Gen 3 car. Reigning world champion Pascal Wehrlein secured pole with a 1 minute 29.861. In F1, Leclerc again claimed pole at home with a 1 minute 10.270, resulting in a lap time difference back up to over 19 seconds. Quite clearly a very big difference, but one which can be explained. It's all to do with the power difference, but more importantly, the significant difference in grip. FE's current grooved Hankook tyres are harder and more durable than a Pirelli F1 tyre, with F1 also having several circuit-specific compounds. 2025 will be an interesting comparison, given the brand new Gen 3 Evo features all-wheel drive and brand new softer Hankook tyres, which saw lap times improve by several seconds in last month's Sao Paulo season opener. Nevertheless, it is very much F1 on top in terms of lap time. Finally, one thing F1 and FE both have in common is big changes for 2026. At the start of 2026, F1's new power unit regulations will be introduced, which will see new engines, chassis and aerodynamics. In effect, a completely different car will hit the track. It is touted as the biggest regulation change in F1's history. In the latter stages of 2026, FE is set to undergo its own giant regulation change with the introduction of the Gen 4 car. Pictures of the Gen 4 are yet to be released. However, some information has been revealed. The Gen 4 will produce 800 brake horsepower, a huge jump compared to the current capability of 470. On top of this, the car will feature all-wheel drive permanently rather than just in select conditions, as is the case now. It would also feature active aero, with the new car expected to be as fast in terms of lap time as a Formula 2 car, if not slightly quicker. This raises a very interesting point, as the 2026 F1 cars are expected to potentially be slower than they currently are now, which could lead to a significant change in F1's dominance over FE. there is a very strong chance the lap times from 2026 and the overall performance could be very, very close. Two categories which are continuing to evolve. Let us know in the comments what you think of F1 and F1's future, and whether F1 is a category you are thinking of watching this year with the new and better cars. On top of that, smash that like button if you've enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe to the Racing News 365 channel. See you later.